Pandas, 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 pandas. I got bras and that just don't need in the panda. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let me say good morning to a couple of you guys. Bill7, good morning. Scalp that like button. John Yonan. Let's get that bamboo. Yes, sir. Hugh, good morning. Tanner, good morning. Corsi, welcome, welcome. John QS, is this Michael Chin? Not sure what stream this is. This is obviously I look like Michael Chin, so this is, you know, it is what you think it is. F Zen, good morning from Alberta. Corsi says there's news at 45, which means 9:45, and it could be potential high impact news. It is predicted to be high impact, or is marked as high impact, so please be aware. Ted Rajnes, good morning. Steven, good morning. Sounds like relaxation, good morning. Carl Herman, good morning. Fail second entry long here, and you can see with this overshoot that this could have been a possibility that this was going to happen, especially when you're in trading range. Let me know how you guys did yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, yesterday was tough, and you know, but I'd like to know how you guys did. Sorry, pandas, I'm eating right now, but I could reload. I already reloaded my historical, but I'll reload it again if it's a little off. But if it's still off for you, I will recommend you guys reload your historical. Good morning, guys. Hansman, Richard Harris, welcome. Stephen Milan, welcome. Sounds like relaxation. Good mornings. Still be plays. Good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome. Drop a GM in the chat. Fill out that poll if you haven't already. How'd you guys do yesterday? Yesterday was crazy. We'll start with the daily chart. Look at this huge wick created yesterday. Shot up. I really thought it would be like a bull day or something. and ends up reversing and breaking the low of the previous day's low, which, as we know it, is called Big Mama here. We ended up breaking the previous day's low and get a nice little scalp there. Not only that, we do it here as well, way over here, breaking the low and scalping out. But what a day. Wild move up, wild move down. That's pretty volatile in my opinion. Today, according to the daily chart, what I think is going to happen, it's a little bit tricky. But I will say, this is tough. I mean, price action is telling me trading range. Like, lots of overlap here. Things just got really crazy since beginning of this month, and just really became choppy. Even though it was going up, it was going in a very choppy manner, and that means there's confusion, and the trend is weak. But right now we have this failed trap, and there's a little bit of follow through on it. Tough to say. I don't know what kind of day today might be, but we do have news today. Let's see. And to be honest, I do not know what direction the news will go. I don't feel like there's any magnets that we need to get to, but if there were, you know, there are key areas, and maybe I would have some bias towards some direction here, but right now I do not know. You can see an overshoot leading to an undershoot. There's that symmetry, market symmetry. Seems like you guys did pretty well yesterday. 35%, 35, 26%. That means, what, 70 or 60% of you guys were all profitable yesterday? Amazing. That's amazing. Hey, honestly, that's amazing. We have news at 9:45, so please be aware. Try not to be in a trade unless you purposely want to be in a trade. Flash services PMI, manufacturing PMI happening at 9:45, and it's considered to be high impact news. Just be ready. Do what you want with that news. I'm not going to say anything about the news, like I don't know if it will be an account maker or breaker. The main reason being because we already had some high impact news this week, and I felt like the market already kind of reacted, and kind of like, you know, how much fuel is left in the tank. Looking for that new high now. Wait, big no, passed a 50K eval yesterday. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Roberto, good morning from Chile. Market's about to open in 2 minutes here. Let's wait for a good setup. Market's about to open in 5 seconds here. Want to move up? Got to break a trend to new high. Market just opened. 5-minute chart. There's a gap here right now, and we may try to get to fill that gap. Trading range broke with this bar. Second push up. Could be a decent push up here. Okay, second entry long. We do have news in about 15 minutes. And we have a gap that we may want to fill here. According to the market cycle, we should reverse. We should reverse here, according to this market cycle. Second entry long here. We're above the 20 MA, which makes this reversal difficult to take. But it makes sense to take this here. Don't want an outside bar reversal. Got the outside bar reversal. Bad reaction there in this trade. I hate outside bar reversals, but I let the trap trigger and then I enter with retracement. We gotta break a trend to new high with a fail second entry long here. And let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Unfortunately, the runner gets stopped out. No joy on runner. That's why I skipped this long, right? Even though we're like on our trend line off the 20 MA, you gotta recognize that we had already a break a trend to new high, and this is why I skip this all the time. I skip these setups often during stream. Sometimes they work, but this is the reason why I skip them. Right, the entry bar ends up being decent, or well, really this is the signal bar, but it creates an outside bar reversal by 1 tick. Triggers the second, or the trap. Enter with the retracement, so my risk was reduced as well. 1, 2, 3. It was reduced from the original, but you know, still pretty decent risk. So now we gotta track this cycle. When is this cycle done? And doing this really works best on trading range type days. Or maybe trend days, but only with trend, which are very hard setups to come by. Sounds like relaxation says working on 150k eval, only 9k left to go. Good luck. It sounds like you just started. I believe the goal is 9k on the 150k eval. Salvatore says working on becoming a millionaire trader. Only 1 million left to go. Let's go, baby. Hey, we're $391 closer to that goal. Patsy with a 4 IQ play. 4 IQ. 200 dimensions. Easiest way to become a millionaire? Be a billionaire and start trading. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Peter Cho, welcome. Bill 7. 4 IQ play. 200 dimensions. 200D. Alright. Alright. Potential trap on the 10,000 tick. A, B, C, second entry short, and then reversal. Interesting. I don't know. Do I like this trap? I mean, it makes sense to fill this gap here on the 5-minute chart. You want to fill this gap before you make any like decisions to go short here. Higher low here. Interesting. Higher low. I'm skipping the higher low. Maybe it feels like I just short again, but I need a nice solid trend. News in about 9 minutes. Really 8.5 minutes. If you guys don't know, PMI will be released at 9:45, so please be ready. You know, don't be surprised. You know, if you want to trade it, you know, be my guest, but just know, I just want you to be aware if you do trade it that you do intentionally. I don't want you to be surprised and be like, whoa, busted all my counts. I'm not saying the news is gonna be that strong, but it is marked as high impact. But who knows? Maybe I'll trade news on this account. If I had clear direction, I just don't know a clear direction right now. I don't feel confident on any direction on this news event. The news is PMI. Flash services PMI. It's at an awkward time at 9:45, but hey, I don't decide that. We're just lingering here, huh? Starting to go into extreme chop as we wait for the news. I think maybe today might be a trading range day today, and the news may not really even move that much. Who knows? Who really knows? How would they know? If I had to make a guess which way the news will make, Put your bets in, put your bets in, put your bets in. Which way do you think the news will drive the market? Will we get a big push up, big push down, or would it just go all around? Put your bets in, everybody. Up or down? What do you guys think? I'm confused. I think I need to wait a little bit longer. I want to see a little more price action, but it's just too confusing right now. I don't have a clear direction either way. And I think just the price action so far has been way too choppy for me to really be able to tell which way this will go. So I was asking, what's my typing speed? Pretty hard to type with pause, but I don't know, over 100. I do type racer sometimes, especially if if you get like a nice keyboard, a new keyboard, you just want to do some type racer just to get a feel of it, and just feel the nice tactile feedback on your fingers on a mechanical keyboard, and so I'll do that sometimes, but type racer is like the smallest little mistake, it just messes up your words per minute or whatever, characters per second, per minute, whatever. "47 words per minute. That's not bad. All right, getting a decent push down here. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure if that's indicative of where the news will go, but we are getting a move down. And I will consider this like a break of trend to new low at this point. Put your bets in, put your bets in. A lot of you guys think the news will just kind of spike up and down. Not really any clear. Wow, the distribution between the up and down is perfect. It's crazy. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. You guys messed it up. You guys messed it all up. Why did I say anything? Put your bets in, put your bets in. Which way do I think this news will go? Oh, man. It'll be a complete gamble at this point because we're in the middle of a trading range. I have no idea. Yeah, I guess that words per minute is not a good way to tell how fast you type. It's really like characters per minute, maybe. I don't know. Probably be a little bit more consistent across other languages. All right, can you push up here? If I have to make a guess, I really have no idea. I wouldn't make a guess here. That's why I won't be trading this news because I really have no idea. If I have to make a guess, maybe up? I don't know. It's about one more minute. Hopefully we get some volatility, or if not, then we really may just get like maybe just be a trading range day today. Just chop around all day. JLV says, sad day yesterday, pandas. My 4P is gone. No miracle comeback like last time. Now I'm back to eval time. Hey, you milked it a lot. If you got to at least one withdrawal, I think that's a win. That's a win. At least huge progress. 10 seconds. My bet is going up. I have no idea though. I'm not gonna actually put money where my mouth is. Just let this go. Okay. Pushes down a little bit. Okay. And it looks like a dud. Not much is happening. Yeah, I didn't think this news would have technically, major accounts. It's flash services PMI at 945. Like, if it's high impact news, like, that would really move the markets, like, typically they're on the zeros, on the 30s. Yeah. If it's at 9:45, you kind of be like, this news is not even important enough to put it, at the top of the hour or the bottom of the hour. Two-legged pullback though here. Second entry short. Does trigger. The problem is we have a breaker trend to new low already, so I'm not looking to go short here. To be more keen on reversals in a trading range type environment. But this could work out. The risk is large. I'm skipping this trade altogether because the risk is just way too big and confusing. So I'm going to let this play out.
10,000 tick trap.
Okay, pushing down. I guess ultimately we're trying to go down here, but I mean the news itself didn't really have a clear direction. It was more just chopping around this one bar here. Almost couldn't even tell there was news. Fucking ones, why does my chart not show the overnight bars? Go to your data series and see what trading hours you have set up. Oh. All in all, I have no idea what's happening still. No setups for me that I'm comfortable with. Price action may not be it today. No big mamas. Big mama already happened. Happened the overnight session. Bareback Jack. Donald Smith up 1,037 so far this morning. Whew. Congrats. Tanner up $100 on MES. That's amazing. MES, if you guys don't know, it's only $5 per point. So, dang. I mean, you're trading well, obviously. Overnight lows. Let's mark it here. We may get a bounce off of it just because the way we're going down to it, it seems like it's going to be very choppy. Most likely break through it a little bit, but all in all, ultimately we'll probably come back up and make a trading range type day today. Just looking at the candles right now, it just looks very choppy. Lots of wicks, overlap. I'm not expecting any clean setups today. And even if they happen, I don't know, I wouldn't feel too confident. It's choppy, it looks very choppy right now. Getting a reaction off this trend line, maybe? Okay, or not. JLV, I'm out. Finished my eval plus 3,000. Congrats, man. I mean, you lost your PA, but you got an eval immediately. Congrats. And that's the beautiful thing about BBM 80. You get 80% off, and you can take risks. You can take those risks. Do I have a trade here? This is so confusing. It looks so ugly and no clear direction. Yeah, when the charts look like this, it drains my mental capital by a lot. Because I'm using a lot of focus on nothing. Just waiting for that like split second. It's like trying to catch a fly flying around you. And you're just waiting for it to like land on your chopsticks. And you're just staring at your chopsticks. And finally when it lands, you're already so mentally tired, you miss it. Potential double bottom here? Maybe. Double bottom? Okay. No setup for us. Just blast off. No setup whatsoever for us. Or at least for me. Maybe for you. Not for me. Some of you guys might take this higher low setup, but potential trap trade, but way too far away from 20 MA right now. We still have a gap we may want to fill on the 5-minute chart. Come all the way back up here, fill this gap. Potentially 10,000 tick chart. Break a trend, new low, and then maybe push up here. trap does trigger, but just far away from 20 MA. Not saying it can't make money, but I'm saying it might not make money. You want to come off of support if you're gonna go long. And even though this is a setup with direction of the current trend, no setup for me. So gotta skip it. I've taken these trades many times and it's just not reliable enough. It's not reliable enough. And I cannot tell you how many times the trap triggers like this, and it ends up, you lose it, and it ends up just becoming a second entry long, coming back to an actual key area. And if I had just waited, I cannot tell you how many times I kicked myself for not waiting for that better setup. So even though this works out, not much I can do because I'm not entering that. It's too unreliable. Just waiting here. Not much going on for me. Maybe second entry long. Maybe second entry long. I'll consider it. A, B, C. Notice now as 240 SMA and 20 EMA begin to converge. We may start to get choppy here. Ah. One, two, three. It's overlapping bars now. It looks bullish though. It feels and looks bullish. But I just can't enter any trades here. Can't. There's no particular setup that I can find reliable here. I just hate the fact that it's starting to get choppy here. Now if we do get a setup, it might get confusing. So again, now staring at a chart that will drain our mental capital and really produce nothing here. Probably will step away from the charts. But we're streaming and we're together. Hey, at least we're together, pandas. At least we're together. And I'm up with 391 already, so it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe second entry long off the 20 MA. Maybe. Fourth push up. As the EMA and the SMA, the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA converge, you can see that we're starting to get choppy because the market is confused between these two MAs. Maybe second entry long here. But again, like I mentioned, now it's getting so choppy. Even if we get a second entry long, unless we can do a failed breakdown to trading back into the trading range, then yes, that'll probably be a better setup. But right now it's so choppy, completely sideways. Hopefully you guys are doing well. BBM 80, make sure you take advantage of it. It's only about 3 more trading days left to take advantage of BBM 80. So hopefully you guys can use it while it lasts. Now we got to break a trend to new high, but unfortunately this is confusing now. There's no setup for me. I can't go long here. I will say the 20 EMA just got hit, the 5-minute chart, and we are going towards the direction of filling that gap. So maybe we might get a higher low setup on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, it's wacky. It's too wacky. 10,000 tick chart, double bottom, bouncing off, right? Break a trend new low, makes a double bottom, decent push up, multiple bull bars above the 20 EMA here. There's the makings of an uptrend for the short term at least. You know this is a strong uptrend when we hit a resistance, but we still haven't even touched the 20 EMA. The trend is decently strong. Second entry long here, maybe, but after a break of trend to new high, you gotta skip it. And if you want to take the reversal, you can take that risk, but most likely, you know, if anything happens, it'll be above the 20 EMA at this point. But who knows? We'll let this play out. I'm sitting on my pause. I'm already green today. I'm just gonna relax. Peter Cho killing it 4-0. Gotta hit the day job. Yes, you do. Priorities. That's what goes to show, man. Is like if you don't have like that stable income, trading can be very, very, very stressful because you're putting all your eggs into something that is not as reliable as just a stable income. Second entry long here, coming off the 20 EMA. Do I like it? Not really. Signal bar's not the best. Are we in an uptrend? Sure. But we could be in a tricky spot here. Mainly because we hit the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Could act as resistance. We may get one more push down and then causing a higher low setup. But the trap does trigger. You never want your trade to reverse, and you're still safe technically in this trade. And you just got lost this trade. That's why you gotta wait till it actually touches your EMA here. Right now it's a failed breakout. And also break a trend new high. So you got another trap here. And today all the traps are working. Yesterday none of the traps were working, but today the traps are working. At least for a scalp. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. And as the EMA and the SMAs converge here, you can see we're starting to get choppy, going in and out of it. Right, the two conflicting or opposing forces. Potential H4 setup. Not one that I don't know if I'll take the H4 here. Timing's not right yet. Howard says, Panda, you've made me a price action convert. Thank you. Never had so much fun trading. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I mean, some people find a lot of enjoyment when reading price action because you're not just trading based off something that someone else tells you or an indicator, but you're really trading based off how you're understanding. You're trying to understand the market, and there's a big difference, right, between just trading off signals and trading off understanding something, and you kind of ebb and flow with the market. And some people really enjoy that aspect of understanding something that is seemingly ununderstandable. Tulips asks, what is an H4? H4 is 4 pushes one way, and then you take that reversal. After 4 pushes, typically the next reversal is strong. It's just two-legged pullbacks in a row. H4 conceptually just looks like this. 4 pushes down, or 4 pushes up, and then you take the reversal here. You can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up. This is why you see this 4. It tells you how many pushes there are in one direction, and then you're able to scalp out. I'm not saying that's a reliable trade right there, but there's an example of a L4 setup. L4 is just a short version of it, and H4 is the long version of it. And as expected, still going up and down here. What makes trading even more fun is trading risk-free with Apex, or with any prop firm really, but prop firm of choice here is Apex. It really takes away the stress. I'm not even joking. I mean, you don't understand how stressful. If you never trade with your own personal money, you do not understand how stressful it is. Like, it's amazing for those who started with Apex. I mean, you never got to experience that massive amounts of stress, losing your hard-earned money. Pandas, I don't know. I don't know what setup I'm looking for here. Am I looking for a long trade? Am I looking for a short trade? Maybe you guys know better than me. Hard to go long here. Hard to take the trap as well, in my opinion. It's like a double top of some sort. It's like a double top was created. YouTube's as are each of the 4 pushes second entries. Not really. Second entries are not the pushes, it's the reversal. It's a bit confusing, but that's why the indicator is nice, so you can tell what the difference is. But by the way, this is a 2-legged pullback indicator. For those who are interested in 2-legged pullbacks and like to trade them, it comes with alerts, automated strategies. If you get the deluxe version, you get access to a 2-legged pullback Discord, where we continue to trade off stream. And if you want more information, you can go to the official website at www.2leggedpullback.com. Potential trap trade here, I'm skipping it. I am skipping it because I am confused. It's a very nice signal bar actually, but I'm skipping it because how confusing this market cycle is. I'll be pretty angry if I entered this trade, seeing how it reacted immediately. It's not a favorable reaction. It's the last thing you want to see. Very disappointed if you're in this trade and it just shoots up like that after 1 tick. It's a 1 tick entry and it reverses immediately. That is not fun. I'll just tell you that right now. You may have a chance here. It keeps coming back down, but still, it's You know, looking at this, you're already, in my mind, I've already conceded that I lost this trade. I'm already thinking of the next trade. Break a trend new low, perhaps. I may want to go long here, but just don't feel confident in anything right now. I would consider going long, but there's not enough room to the top of the trading range, as you can see. It's not enough room to scalp out. Unless I came with a retracement, and yeah, but otherwise, you know, you're not in a good place right now if you're short. You're probably really angry. You never want to see a reverse like that. Potential second entry short here, though. Not interested in second entry short here. So let this play out. No idea what's happening. Amazing. If you took this short, you're still safe. And I would come up break even right there. I'll come up break even right there. H4 setup. Jeez. Not like this. Nah, it's just not enough room. Man, that's an H4. That's a trap. You could have came out break even right there, but the market is too confusing. I cannot trade this. Way too choppy. Amazingly, this actually reversed. It doesn't stop you out. I would say if I was in this trade, it'd probably stop me out. But it didn't stop you out. And you actually were able to get a chance to come up break even. Amazing. I'm not even saying going long. I'm not even saying to go long here, to be honest. It's way too confusing. It is an H4 setup, though.
10,000 tick trap.
And it scalps immediately. Darn, kind of came out break even. That's why I come up break even when my trade reverses like this, and if I have an opportunity to come up break even, I just do it because of stuff like this. I don't care if I can, if I held on, I would have won the trade or not. I would come up break even if it reverses in the middle of my trade. Unless I really like my premise and I want to scale in, otherwise, most likely just come out, skunk the trade. The reason why I didn't want to go long here is because there was not enough room to the top of the trading range. Simple as that. Trying to fill that gap, I think, on the 5-minute chart. There's a gap here from the overnight. I only mark the regular trading hours, and so the overnight session is not marked on this calendar, this chart. And because of that, oftentimes there are gaps here, and now we may try to fill that gap. This currently is an eval, 300k eval. But I do trade my my funded accounts as well. But what you see in the top left, that is a account that I only trade during stream, and it's suffering. It's suffering a little bit. I won't lie. It's a little red, but
5-minute trap.
you do. This is what it is. Going back into our trading range, amazing here. Jeez. This is not fun. This is not fun. I'm not enjoying myself. No setups for me. You know, no setups in all this congestion. You just gotta let that go. How long do I trade after stream? It really depends on the day. I usually have my eyes on the chart all day. I just have it up. And since I have alerts, I can, like, you know, be ready for a second entry. But yeah, really don't know, like, depends on, you know, if I don't know, like, what's going on, the price action looks really choppy, like, you know, for instance, today, I may just step away and just really, you know, focus on other things. This market is intolerable. I cannot. It's not a market I like to trade. The candles take so long to form. You get all this chop. Even this uptrend is all this chop here. All this chop here. It's just. What is going on here? Free paper cuts ass. Expanding triangle? Maybe. Wasn't thinking about that, but certainly is expanding here. I hate expanding triangles. Hate them. If I ever see expanding triangle on the street, I would punch it. I would unexpand it. Really hate expanding triangles. I take it personal sometimes. Still in a trading range according to the trading range indicator on the 2000 tick chart. Amazing. In the bottom of the spanning triangle. No setup for me. No idea what's going on. Getting some movement though, but I'm expecting reversals. A lot of reversals today. Ugh, look at this thing. It looks like some sort of weird snake or something, and mouth is opening up to consume all the traders. That's what that looks like. Gross. This price action is gross. It is what it is. Hey, I'm up 391. I can't complain. I just wish I can, you know, have a little more content with you guys with some more trades. But you can only take what the market gives you, and I guess the content, this is the content, right? Where you see this, and together we realize, man, this is not a market we can trade right now. Unless you have limit orders, come in limit orders, and you choose a direction and you choose it correctly more than 50% of the time. Donald Smith says they used to call the expanding triangle a bullhorn day to take out stops all day. Essentially, that's what's happening, right? Swing traders are trying to swing these big moves, and what ends up happening is the swing traders are getting stopped out, trapped, right? Trying to like short here, get stopped out, then it makes its move. Essentially, are we just gonna get a mean downtrend day today or something? I'm not sure what's happening here. Okay, we're dripping. Too much drip. I'm not really expecting any type of trend today, but who knows? See, there's a setting on the trading range indicator that tells you how far the market has to go in order to be considered a breakout, and you can see that my setting is set to ATR. The way that the indicator detects if it's a true breakout or not is using the ATR, and you can choose what ATR you want, whatever, but it's defaulted to 14, I believe. And this distance here, where this green dotted line is where we finally broke out, and we broke it. So the trading range indicator stopped forming because it detected a breakout using the ATR. There's a lot of different modes you can use with the indicator. You know, you don't have to use ATR. You can use like a fixed tick breakout, or you can even do the range percentage here. And so, you know, if I do the range, it could look crazy. Yeah, if you do like a range breakout where you have to go 2 times the size of the range, then you can see here we're still in the trading range according to the trading range indicator. If you use the range, you can see the type it's using, range here. It's come all the way up here if it breaks out, comes all the way down here if it breaks down. But I like to use the ATR the most. And also I like to take away the breakout because it's just too much noise. Second entry short here. I don't like it, mainly because we are in a expanding triangle and we are bouncing off the bottom of it. So if anything, I would look for a reversal here, thinking the expanding triangle is accurate in terms of what we're seeing, especially for above the 20 MA like that. 10,000 tick chart basically hit the bottom of the trading range. 5-minute chart, we create basically a second entry short, and now we're reversing up here. Fail second entry short, maybe. Break a trend new low, hitting the bottom of the expanding triangle, also hitting the previous day's low, using it as a support. See if we get a setup here. Doesn't quite give us our setup. It's probably gonna go without us now because it didn't actually trigger our setup. So frustrating, right? You needed to actually break the previous candle's low. So I had the ideal right, but the setup never happened and it goes without us, unfortunately. So it is what it is. I needed that to break underneath this candle by one tick. Instead, it goes and tries it, but that's how eager the bulls were. They didn't even allow it to break one tick. They basically bought with limit orders one tick above the low, and now we see this huge move up. So that's how eager those traders were. You can see the eagerness of the bulls right there, where they did not even allow the trap, right, the second entry short to trigger, so you can get that trap. Right? You want a trap here, and then I wanted that long. Break a trend new low to the bottom, also offer support. Been a beautiful setup if it happened, but the setup never triggered because we never got this. So super frustrating. Because I called this, or I called that this was going to happen, just didn't get the setup. It is what it is, and it's not like all of a sudden I'm going to start, oh, let me just go long anyways. I don't think the setup will trigger, you know, like that's the whole point of the setup. You got to wait for it. What a move up. 5 minutes, still probably looking to fill that gap. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just chop around here all day. Who knows? I just know a lot of reversals today. Trap does trigger, and it does scalp out. It's just not close to the 20 EMA now. This time now it's just too far away from the 20 EMA. You wanted that trap to have triggered here. That would have been amazing, but it is what it is. That's the problem, waiting for your setup, and that's what we call FOMO, where you want to enter the trade without waiting for your setup, and you get burned more times than you win, you know? In the long run, it doesn't work out. I'm trying to fill that gap on the 5-minute chart. About 3-4 points away. Fortunately. Mindful Jazzy. Michael Chin's trapping everyone today. He sure is. He loves those traps. Honestly, I'm waiting for his next video. I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. Curious to see what the next episode on Michael Chin channel is gonna be. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Jeez, this market. I mean, I wish we had this set up here. Ends up happening here, but now it's too far away from 20-minute terrible signal bar. And but they both work out. So, and now it's this triangles continue to expand. And that's why I hate triangles, because when it gets this high, you're thinking for certainly it's a uptrend now. But when it's expanding, you just don't know. We're getting closer to filling that gap. I mean, according to the 5-minute chart, we're also in a trading range. We may come back up to the top of the trading range. Pat R says, "How do you know when there will be news?" You gotta look for it. I use Forex Factory. That's probably my favorite. But if you have Apex and also the Trade Copier, it comes with a free plugin. If you go to your NinjaTrader and go to New and go to the bottom, it should say Apex News, and it tells you the news for the week. But if you don't have that, I mean, plenty of websites out there. I like Forex Factory the most. Sounds like Relaxation says, "How often do you refresh your history? Notice my charts look different, so I refreshed and they looked like yours." If it looks like mine, then you know it's most likely synced, right? Now, I mean, that's kind of like proof that okay, like seems like we're synced now. So, I think how often do I refresh it? Maybe twice in one day. I would refresh it before I start trading. If there is like news, then I would refresh it again, and then yeah, maybe I should refresh it. Let me see. Most likely it's right, but after news or some volatility, I usually refresh it, and once it slows down, because that volatility sometimes you'll get some things not synced up with your local machine to the data servers, data provider servers. Jeez, no setup for me. I'm just watching. And you know, I kind of want to go long here, but whoa. Fucking want as, "Hey Panda, does a NinjaTrader have an expiration date that you have to renew?" Depends on which NinjaTrader license you have. If you are leasing it, then yeah, you would have to continue your lease. If you have Apex, then no. You know, you actually get a free license with Apex, and also you get free data with Apex. So there's no expiration if you use Apex. Otherwise, yes, there'll be expiration unless you have the lifetime license. Then it's gonna whatever is gonna run out. Second entry long here. Maybe for the content, I'll take one here. It doesn't look pretty though. Starts to look like a trading range almost. Second entry long. Higher low. Needs to be closer to 20 MA here for me to really want this one. It's not close enough yet. But it is a second entry long. Signal bar is very small as well, so your risk is very small. But small risk also means low probability. Okay, that's better, right? If we want to go long, we want to see it kind of come back down to 20 MA here. You don't want to smash through it. You want to bounce off of it. Okay. Okay. It's a pretty strong bear bar here. In fact, it's the most bearish shape you can. Whoa. Forget the long. Forget it. Can't go long anymore, even though it can go up higher. You know, this is your signal bar. You're underneath the 20 MA. 20 MA is curling down. You just can't go long here. So even if it does work, it's just one of those trades where you gotta let it go. Unfortunately. Skip it. Fortunately, you gotta skip it. Second entry long. Not taking the trap here or anything. I'm not going to take the second entry long. Maybe potentially a higher low second entry long. Potentially. That will be my trade here. It's just beneath the 20 minute. You cannot go long here. But I have a lot of reasons why I want to continue to go long. It's just I cannot take on this setup. And this is an example of skipping a setup just because it's ugly. The setup is here, but it's beneath the 20 MA, and I cannot take it. A higher low, perhaps, but regardless, I want to take it above the 20 MA. I typically don't like to be on the wrong side of the 20 MA when I take a trade. As in, if I go long, I want my trade to trigger above the 20 MA. If I'm going short, I want to trigger beneath the 20 MA. So if you get a higher low over in this, like in this area, then I would go long. So that'd be basically also a failed trap trade as well. Right? If this triggers here and we get a higher low setup, it's a failed trap, which makes it even more enticing to go long. It's a really good signal bar to go short there. Potential outside bar reversal, but I'm gonna take it just because I like the setup here. Again, I don't like to be on the wrong side of the 20 MA. Even if this reverses here at this point, cannot take it. Actually makes a new low, so this reversal ends up working out. It's what can I say? Expanding triangle. If I readjust this to be favorable for that reversal, that's how it would look like. And you saw a super strong move up, and now you just get a reversal right off the top of this. So it's just expanding triangles are just terrible. It's the worst pattern. And when you start seeing it, I mean, you gotta stay with it. I mean, how many times have you seen this just continue to blast off? You know, rarely you see it just bounce off like that, but it does here. And that's the problem. You just don't know. Sometimes it'll just continue to go up because the move is so strong. But I mean, today's price action is basically hinting that, yeah, you know, we're not gonna make any super strong movements, at least for now, and that's just gonna be very choppy back and forth. Seems like. So close to filling that gap as well. The 5 minute, there's still a gap here, missed it by a couple points, like a 1.5 points, looks like. Yep. No setups. H4 setup here, but not one I can take. I don't think the H4 is naked typically, unless I really like it and it's on some sort of support. Right now it's floating in the middle of nowhere. If you came out today, at least break even or slightly green, you win. Today is a tough day. I mean, it's just staring at this for so long and not making mistakes along the way. It's good. It's a good sign. I would say today's a little bit difficult. Just the setups are not there, and you're just staring at the charts, and you gotta just watch moves go by. Even though you know, right, for instance, right here, I felt like we had a good situation here, but we didn't get the setup, so we can't take it. Here we get the setup, was too far away from any key area, and actually blasts off. So we get, we see these two things, these two movements go without us, and even though we called it, what can you do? You can't enter it if you don't get the setup. Hopefully you guys are doing well, and but pandas, hey, if you're not, hey, stick to the plan, and it will work out at the end. Just last reminder, BBM 80. Take advantage of it while you still can. Next week, I may be off. Subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. There's a couple days next week I may not be streaming. So if you want to keep up, be up to date, please subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. I'll probably will put a post up letting you guys know if I'll be streaming or not. And but at least what I'm thinking, maybe Monday, Tuesday, I may not be streaming. I'm not certain, but that's what I'm thinking. Or I may stream later in the afternoon, who knows. But just, if you want to follow, then make sure you subscribe. But hey, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. That means we got a weekend to reset that mental capital. We have a weekend to enjoy ourselves. For some of you guys, maybe going back to the books, going back to the charts, studying, getting better every single day. Even on the weekends, maybe you're on that grind, maybe you're hungry, maybe you're thirsty. And so whatever it may be, I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. And I will see you guys next week. And yeah, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.